A very pleasant good morning to everybody. I don't know. Maybe I should turn the chair around a little bit so you can see my face somewhat. It's nighttime. It's close to midnight. I'm in the backyard just chilling. And I wanted to share something with you. I have gotten some emails recently from Jamaicans who seem to be upset that I have chosen to invest and relocate to Kenya as opposed to Jamaica. And I just want to share my thoughts and my experience as to why I'm doing what I'm doing. Don't mean I love Jamaica any less. My parents are still in Jamaica. My brother is in Jamaica. My favorite auntie and uncle are in Jamaica. Um, Let me rephrase that. I have aunties and uncles in Jamaica. My one of my best of friends is in Jamaica. I have nothing against Jamaica, right? It's just that for me, Jamaica is very westernized. And that is what I'm running away from. Yes, I'm in Canada, it's ultra western, but I'm trying to leave for several reasons. And when my wife and I were deciding to have a second home somewhere, we looked at Jamaica. My wife is from Trinidad. We looked at Trinidad, extremely expensive. Looked at Jamaica, very expensive. And we saw several other countries that we could go to and so on. But again, my first foray on the African continent was Ethiopia, very briefly. And the first place I actually stayed was in Kenya. So, is Kenya an emotional decision? Somewhat, I'll be very honest. But I've done my research. I have done my research, and being in the Eastern African bloc, for me, is the best thing. Okay? No, with Jamaica, we were looking to buy a house. We registered for a house in Jamaica. And the house was gonna cost us like almost 300,000 Canadian dollars for a two-bedroom house in a gated community in Jamaica. And I said to my wife, I go, $200,000 is a lot of money. A lot of money. And I'm gonna end up with, my parents got a house in Portmore, a government house in Portmore. Two-bedroom. Like nothing is wrong with it. But that's not what I was looking for. And when I saw what we were getting for that money, and then I had already been to Kenya at that point and see what I could get. If I was willing to spend $200,000 in Kenya on a house, I guarantee you I'm getting a palace. You understand me? I'm getting a palace, a decent size house, and I'm not a fancy guy or anything, so I don't need anything like that. Another thing that turned me off from Jamaica is we needed what's called a TRA number. I had one. We needed one for my wife. And the people that we wanted to get the number for us was charging us $500 for something that is free. Something that is free of charge. You're gonna charge me $500,000 and I'm buying a house from you you're gonna charge me $500 and I'm buying a house from you that's costing over $200,000. No. So to me it was very nickel and diamond, and I'm like, you know what, forget that. So we spent about 25,000 Canadian dollars in Kenya, and we have 9 pieces of property, 9 individual pieces of property in Kenya for that money. And my uncle bought one under my company's name, but he bought one. So we own 10 pieces because him telling me he's not going back there, but he just bought one to show support, and I appreciate that. And then with some of the places that I found, 45 minutes from a really nice beach, and you can get a piece of land for like $1,500. Why not do it? You know what I mean? And so, because of me, there are like 5 other Jamaicans, I'm talking Jamaican people, that have bought land in Kenya because of me. Because, I said, listen, man, this is what it costs. Everything legitimate. And they've bought it. And so, not just from the economic standpoint, but when I was in Kenya, I felt a peace that I never even feel in Jamaica. Me, I gotta be honest with you. We come from Waterhouse in Jamaica, and Jamaicans who know Waterhouse will understand. Kenya is not perfect. There have been two massive terrorist attacks that I know of. Recently, a couple weeks ago, there was like a few soldiers got killed from an IED. So I understand that nowhere in life is perfect. You understand me? But when I was there, I felt, I don't know how to explain it. And I tried to explain to my wife. But my wife is on board. She's willing to come. But, you know, women are a little bit more cautious. And she wants to make sure that kids will be okay for school. And she doesn't want to sell the house here in Canada. So have to find a way to keep the house and still move and do all that stuff. So yeah, you know, there's a lot of planning, and you know, we're not just gonna pack up and go. But I see a tremendous potential in Kenya. And I don't know if the Kenyan government realized that descendants of the transatlantic slave trade, or let me rephrase that, descendants of the European slave trades in Africa could really come to Kenya and do amazing things. Like, we're not coming empty-handed. We're not coming to look jobs. We're coming to create employment. Yeah? And I'm not looking to exploit anybody. Like, I have one business right now where I'm 50-50 with a partner. 50-50. The person didn't put in 10 cents. I bought everything. All they have to do is manage it. But I give them 50% of the company legally on paper. So if them rob anything, them rob themselves. But I trust her, and I know she's not going to do that. Her and her husband and her family are hardworking people. So if because of me, I can make their life a little bit easier, that's fine. And that's not even my major thing in Kenya that I'm planning to do. It's something that I thought about, and I'm like, you know what? Let's do this, and let's make sure the workers are taken care of. And at the end of the day, the workers get the pieces of equipment that they're using. It's theirs. In 2 years, that equipment is theirs, guaranteed. It's in the minutes of the company that I created. I'm not looking to exploit anyone. You understand me? But I get a lot of emails that I am a sellout and I've given up on Jamaica. And I love my country. I love Jamaica. That's everything I know is in Jamaica. We have some of the best beaches in the world. I'm not gonna lie. This is why I can't go to West Africa. I love West Africa, but I'm gonna say no beach in West Africa that I'm gonna be comfortable with. Yeah, you understand? And I mean, really and truly, my wife has asked for one thing only, and she asked for a good beach. So I can't go to West Africa. So that's why part of it is also in East Africa and Kenya and Tanzania and so on. But I haven't given up on Jamaica. It's just that Jamaica, for me, it's like going to a foreign country at this point. I see a lot of things that I cannot reconcile my life with. The westernization of Jamaica is a turn off to me, big turn off. I love simplicity, right? And so that's why I'm not going back to Jamaica. My parents are there, my brother is there, my nephew, my sister-in-law is there. As I said, I have aunties, uncles. My one of my favorite cousins is in Jamaica. So I'm not giving up on Jamaica. I'll be going back and forth as much as I can. But Kenya will be home if they will have me. Kenya will be home. That's where I feel at peace. I want to have chickens in my backyard. I want some goat and some pig, and that's what I'm looking for. You understand? Me no need flashiness of no kind whatsoever. I'm not interested. So people say I'm giving up Canada. Yeah, I'm giving up some paved roads and medical care and so on. But peace is priceless. And to be amongst people who look like you and is not going to treat you different because of your skin color, yeah, I'll give up Canada quickly for that. Because my experience here, especially recently, like, I didn't feel black until I moved to Canada. In Jamaica, I wasn't black. In Jamaica, I was Jamaican. When I came to Canada, I became black. And for those of you who know, you know. And I'm just not willing to live with that. My daughters are 9 and 13. And some of the things they come home and tell me that happened at school, I don't want them to live through that. In going into high school and in their jobs and so on. I don't want them to have to go through that. And that is why I am choosing to leave this country and make some kind of life in Africa. Now I see a little bit of hostility flaring up here or there. I mean, I have my own thoughts on that, but I won't say it here. All I'm saying is nothing is going to stop this train. This train is going. This train is leaving. But anyways, it was an absolute pleasure here. I'm in my backyard. It's after midnight. And yeah, bless up on yourself. One love. I don't hate anybody, but I'm in service for my people, the people who look like me and the people who are same mentality as me. I'm ready and willing to be in service. You understand? But me not hate nobody. Bless up on yourself.